Woo! So Ibrahim Traoré bans homosexuality in Burkina Faso. UK wants foreign students, most especially the African students, to leave once their student visas expires. Tinubu is asking for 5% tax on Nigerians. There's a new record of over 1,000 deaths in Sudan due to landslide. Over 60 people died from a sinking ship in Niger State, Nigeria. These and many more is what you are going to be coming across in this video. So do well to click that subscribe button. Do well to subscribe, like this video, and let's So yes, right now in Burkina Faso, you can spend up to 2 to 5 years if you are being discovered to engage in homosexuality. And according to them, they are making it known that they are making these strict rules that anybody that engage in this kind of act will not only pay fine, but also will be sentenced to prison. So they are making this strict law to all of their citizens. And this draft law was actually passed by unelected 71 members in Burkina Faso currently. So right now, there's this strict law against all of these things in Burkina Faso. And this is not the first time we are having news like this, because Mali also did the same thing. They also adopted a law criminalizing homosexuality in November 2024. Also, Ghana did the same thing, and Uganda also toughened their anti-homosexuality law. In Uganda, they adopted a law that provided that you can even be sentenced to life imprisonment if you are caught engaging in this act. That is how crazy it is in Uganda. And to be very honest, what do you think about it? Do you think that people should be allowed to live their life? Or do you actually think it's actually a very good way to sanitize the country, especially from an African setting? So moving on, UK warns against foreign students that are coming to their country that immediately their student visas expires, that they should find their way out of their country. That is the new law right now. So for those that are actually UK students, they are making this strict law. This is not the first time they're actually making strict laws, especially to Nigerians and other African countries. And right now, they are now making it even more strict here, that everybody that actually comes here to study, immediately you are done or immediately your visa expires, you are going back to your country. And if you are being caught, you might not be able to return to the UK. And the UK Home Office actually even starting this campaign in which they're having to call parents and students to tell them and inform them down that immediately your visa expires, if you don't find a way to renew it and you are caught, you will be sent back. And if you are sent back, you will not be allowed to return to the UK. And we all know that this method is one of the methods that has been put in place for so many people, because when you go into the student route, there's a way you can actually manipulate your way into becoming a citizen of the UK. But right now that this has happened, it's just really, really crazy. So what do you think about it, guys? Do you think it's actually a good law for many foreigners that actually wish to stay in the UK and are actually finding a way to just find a way to get the UK visa? Let me know what you think in the comment section. So moving on to Nigeria, there's this new tax, 5% tax on every 10,000 of petrol being bought, meaning that you're going to be paying 500 naira for every 10,000 naira petrol being bought. So if you buy a fuel of 10,000 naira, you must pay the tax of 500 naira. And this is one of the things that is going to start operation from the 1st of January 2026. People are already associating these developments with the fact that some Twitter influencers, people like Ruth Abbas, went to Ghana. And while they went to Ghana, they started comparing the price of fuel in Ghana with the price of fuel in Nigeria. And immediately this started, you will have expected that, what do you guys mean? Why are you comparing? We don't have the same standard of living. We don't earn the same amount. So many people actually came for them at that time. That what do you mean? It was not quite long from them that Nigeria actually adopted this bill. So many people actually associating the fact that, this does not look like a coincidence. The fact that you guys went there just to do comparison and you came back and they just adopted this particular bill in question, it means you were sponsored. So those were the things that many people were saying. And in fact, we actually saw one of our investigative journalists, David Ondeyin, who actually made it known that Ghana VAT is 15%. So the puppet is sending influencers to make false campaign with Ghanaian prices without comparing income, where Ghana per capita income tax is nearly 3 times. So right now, under their comment section, it has been war, in which Roots, one of these Twitter influencers, actually just had to come out and say, see guys, I really don't know about these things. Like, I don't know.
I have been seeing a lot of false accusations about me, that my trip to Ghana was sponsored by the government, and I'm going to clear the air for the last time. It is very unfair that people are spreading these rumors about me, because several times I have used my platform to call out the government. During Benue killings, I was in Benue, right? I was in Benue in May this year. And then sometimes we'll be sleeping and then we'll be hearing gunshots. I used my platform not once, not twice, several times. I called out the government that they should act. This same year, I made a tweet that Tinubu has borrowed so much, even more than Buhari, despite not.
This is not only the tax that is going to be collected. They're going to be collecting on salaries. They're going to be collecting on your bank. You understand? So right now, they're going to be collecting on fuel again. Many analysts are actually making it known that this is very, very scary because it can actually increase inflation in Nigeria. Also coupled with the fact that there will also be hike in the amounts that conductors and drivers collect from passengers. Because tell me, if they have to pay 500 naira on every 1,000, on every 10,000 naira, so definitely there will be hike in all of these things. So many analysts are actually afraid of all of these things. And the funniest thing about this story is the fact that the money generated from this fuel is going to be used to tackle climate change. Climate change. So that is actually what they want to use this money to do. And let me know what you think about it in the comment section. I want to hear your opinion, because the fact that they are saying they want to actually use this money to actually tackle climate change, let me hear from you in the comment section. So there's a strange news going on in the United States currently, and this is the fact that the United States are now secretly revoking visas of citizens of their country. They have actually given you this visa before to be able to become a citizen in the United States. And right now, they are now revoking all of these visas secretly. So many people have started complaining and voicing out that, you were the one that actually gave me this visa. You were the one that actually made me a citizen of your country. Why are you revoking this visa from my hand? So many people are now complaining. And the only thing that they can say, is their major reason is because they are trying to protect their citizens. That all they are doing has been in place before now, but the Trump administration is just making sure that they actually tighten loose ends. What do you think about it? At this point, we'll be left to fix our country by ourselves. Because if this is going on and they are revoking people's visa, that means you can just wake up tomorrow and they'll just tell you that they have actually revoked your visa, come back to Nigeria or go back to your country. As the case may be. So they don't want you in their country any longer. There's another bad news coming from Nigeria, and that is over 60 people being unalive due to the sinking of a boat, the sinking of a vessel. There were over 100 in the vessel, and over 60 at the moment have been recorded deaths. This actually happened after the vessel was submerged due to tree stump, and women and children were the most affected in this ordeal. And the last news is the massive landslide that actually happened in Sudan, which almost unalive over 1,000 people even as we speak. A whole community was submerged in Sudan. The UN are making estimates of about 370 people being unalive, but according to the soldiers and the Sudan Liberation Movement and armies, they are claiming that more than 1,000 people were actually unalive from all of this. And they are actually appealing for urgent care, food, aid workers, medical supplies, and money so that they can be able to at least rescue the people, because the landslide actually destroyed an entire village. Imagine how crazy that is. Imagine how crazy that is. May they also rest in perfect peace. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Do well to follow me. Do well to like this video. Do well to share this video. See you in the next.